In this video, I'm going to talk about continuity for function composition. Let's consider a function f, okay, which is continuous at some point, let's call it point B. And also, there is another function g for which this is true. Limit x approaches some point A, g of x is equal to actually the point B. If that is the case, then the following will hold true. Then it must be the case that limit x approaches a, f of gx is equal to f of b. This also means the following. Look, b is assumed to be limit x approaches a g of x. So if we replace this b by that limit, what I get is f of limit x approaches a g of x. So if I combine these two, this is what I get, which is kind of equivalent to kind of pushing this limit inside the argument of f. Intuitively, this should make sense to you. So look, it says that the limit, right? Limit x approaches a g of x is b, right? That's the limiting value. So ultimately, the limiting value of this is going to be b, right? We know that. As x gets closer and closer to a, what happens to limit x approaches a g of x? It gets closer and closer to b, right? So ultimately, or in the limiting case, is going to be just f of b, right? That's what we are going to have. So limit x approaches a, f of g of x is equal to f of b, which is just f of b, which is the basic definition of continuity. Let me go ahead and kind of extend this idea. Let's consider a function, let's say g, which is continuous. G is continuous at some point, let's call it a. So that means limit x approaches a, g of x is equal to a. And also, and f is a function, f is continuous on g of a, okay, on g of a. Then it must be the case the composition of these two functions, f composed with g, okay, f composed with g of x, right, f composed with g of x, which is defined by f of g of x, this function composition is continuous at point A, continuous at point A. So what does all this mean for you? So you have a function g that's continuous at point A, and also f is continuous at g of a, then the composition f composed with g of x is continuous at the point A. This is what it means. If you simplify it, this is what it means. Composition of two continuous function is continuous. That's what it means. So you should take away in broader term that if you have two continuous function and you compose them, then the resulting function is also continuous. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.